How's everybody doing today? My name is Sean. Welcome to the Dragon's Lair. What we're going to be working on today is our double roundhouse, sometimes called a flutter kick, and we're also going to be doing our air switch kicks. Okay, one more time. Two-step air switch, there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the double roundhouse. There's two ways we can go about doing this. We can do front leg first or back leg first. I'm going to go ahead and show front leg first. So I'm going to do this on the air without the target first. It's a very easy, once you understand what's happening, very easy kick, or two kicks, I guess, in this case. So I'm going to pick up that front leg, okay, and that's going to be a roundhouse. Okay, very simple, right? And then I'm going to go and I'm going to do my back leg, and that's going to be a roundhouse. But now I'm going to put them together, so I'm going to do a roundhouse, and then without putting that leg down, I'm going to hop up and throw a roundhouse again. Okay, so roundhouse, roundhouse. All right, and now I've switched my stance. Now I'm right leg forward. So if I go this way, again, roundhouse, roundhouse, and then land in that fighting stance there. Okay, roundhouse, roundhouse, land in my fighting stance. All right, so what does that look like on the bag? Now you can do this stationary, you can do this with a step, you can do this with a skip, you can do this, you can be very creative with this kick. But because I'm starting with my front leg, I'm going to stay with my front leg on the bag. Now with this, I'm going to make contact with both kicks. Okay, so this one's going to go to this back side here where you're not going to be able to see, and then my right leg is going to go to that side there. So again, I'm going to pick up that front leg. One more time. That's going to be the double roundhouse or flutter kick, starting with the front leg. Now, you can do that with the back leg, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and pick up that back leg, my left leg, throw that roundhouse, and now I'm going to hop and throw my front leg, my right leg. So now this way, I'm not switching stance. I'm going to go a little bit faster here. One more time. Now what we want to do with this kick is we want to rotate on an axis, right? So when I bring, I'm going to go ahead and bring my front leg up. When I bring this leg up, I'm leaned back. And now when I hop and I turn, I'm just rotating here, okay? So I don't want big motions. I don't want to come here and then here. That's not going to work very well. I'm going to keep that axis nice and tight, right? So from here, leaning back, I'm going to rotate straight over, all right? And the same thing happens with the back leg. So if I bring my back leg up first, no different. I'm in that same position and rotate on that axis. So if I start with my back leg on this side, so you can see here, there we go. So that's going to be the back leg, starting with the back leg and the front leg. Now moving on, we're going to do an air switch kick. What's an air switch kick? Well, I've kind of already demonstrated it in the process of showing the double roundhouse or the flutter kick, but the main difference, the biggest difference, is I am not intending to make contact with my front leg, okay? So if I were to do a standard switching roundhouse, I'm left leg forward, I'm using that back leg for my roundhouse kick, standard switch, my feet are going to change places and throw that switching roundhouse. I'm gonna go with my left leg now. My feet trade places, and I do a switching roundhouse. Now the difference between a switching roundhouse and air switching roundhouse is I'm gonna pick up that front leg first and do exactly what I did before and do that switch. One more time this side, pick that leg straight up and air switch roundhouse. Well, didn't you just demonstrate that on the bag when you're doing the flutter kick? Yes and no. Again, it is not my intention to make contact with that front leg, okay? When I pick it up, think of it more of a distraction, okay? So when I'm coming in here, I can do a double or a flutter and an air switch kind of at the same time in a combination, and only making contact with 3 of the 4 kicks. Because the air switch part isn't necessarily a kick. Like again, it's more of a distraction. So I can come in here, and if I do like a 2-step in air switch roundhouse, so I'm gonna end up kicking with my back leg, and I'm only gonna make contact with that back leg, right? So coming from here, 2-step, you see the difference there is I just picked it up as a distraction, made contact with that right leg, and now I can go ahead and do the flutter. I'll start with my front leg and then into the back leg, all right? So if I do that one more time, 2-step air switch, bah, bah, there. So it looks like 4 kicks, but it's only 3, again, with that air switch being, that first part being the distraction, okay? So there we go. There is our flutter kick and our air switch roundhouse. I hope you learned something. Class dismissed. Have a great rest of your day.